History was made yesterday as Christine Mboma became the first ever woman to claim a medal for Namibia at the Olympic Games. The last time Namibia had a podium finish at the Olympics was in Atlanta in 1996. Another interesting fact is that Mboma has become the youngest woman to win an individual flat sprint medal in 49 years. Well, family members and friends of the Olympic silver medalist Christine Mboma converged at the Shinyungwe village in the Kavango East region to witness their daughter make history. That was unfortunately the Oshi Herero version of that story. We have, however, on the line the Deputy Minister of Sports, Emma Katema Gaumas, to give us her reaction on the victory yesterday, or that achievement rather, yesterday. Very good afternoon to you, Minister, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good afternoon, Jonas. Thank you very much for having me.
Much obliged. Firstly, what does this victory mean for Namibian athletics and in particular and sports in the country in general?
Well, Jonas, for us in the sports sector and Namibia in general, we were very much excited yesterday, overwhelmed, and what the two has done for themselves as well as for the country is unprecedented. I mean, reflecting on the journey of Beatrice and Christine, and maybe just to put it in context, what role the ministry has played is in 2019, through our Namibia School Sports Union. You remember we have a regional athletics championship and then escalated to national championship. Beatrice and Christine made it to the team that then represented the country in Eswatini, that was 2019. So upon returning, that's why we deemed it fit to say, look, this is a talent here and we are not going to leave this talent. We need to see how do we harness the talent. And being a permanent secretary back then, I took it upon myself to facilitate that whole transition, where we then facilitated the move for Beatrice to move from Northlands and Christine to move from Shinyungwe. And like they say, then the rest is history. Yes.
You have mentioned that you're one of the individuals who has witnessed and contributed to this amazing journey of both Masilingi and Mboma. How does their achievements make you feel? I mean, sitting there yesterday and watching this 18-year-old girl achieve something that has never been done before in this country.
Well, I have to admit that I was very nervous yesterday. I didn't work until past 2 because my nerves were just high.
Yeah.
So really, for us, looking at what they went through, especially starting from the grassroots level, and so we have to really thank our sports officer in Rundu, Mr. Someno, who identified these two, and then through Mr. Dater, who's our head for NSSU, also then nurtures this talent, and this for us, it gives us a job satisfaction, you know, knowing that, look, our efforts have finally paid off. And really, and looking at Beatrice and Christine, they have not run world championships. I mean, starting from, they didn't do Commonwealth, they didn't do world championships, from scratch to the highest, which is the top Olympics, and yet to get a silver medal, and for Beatrice to come 6th. That was just a sterling performance.
The silver medal from Mboma is the first in 25 years since Frank Fredericks in Atlanta in 1996. What does it say about our investment in talent ID programs in the country, and how can we make achievements like this one a more frequent occurrence?
We take this as a learning curve. We have learned that, look, when you do things like this, these are the results that you will be benefiting from. And so we have started developing a talent identification program where we are looking at nurturing the talent right at the grassroots level, at the regional level. That will then escalate it to having a high-performance center so that we can nurture those high-performing athletes. So this is what the ministry is working on, and also is our strategy to professionalize sport, because this has really shown us that, and we have been talking about this already, that sport is also one way that can contribute to employment opportunities, especially for our young ones. And we know that the youth unemployment rate is very high. So when you look even at the recently launched National Youth Policy 3, one of the strategies under the pillar of economic empowerment and employment opportunity is that we are looking at a strategy to have sport as one of the employment opportunities.
Finally, what's your message to aspiring athletes that are looking up to the likes of Mboma and Masilingi, particularly those that come from similar backgrounds? I mean, we've seen the village and, you know, the setup of where Mboma comes from, for example. What's your message to them?
I think my message will be that having the talent alone does not help, but it's how you put your talent to use. So it takes dedication, discipline, and perseverance to be where you want to be. And irrespective of your circumstances, where you find yourself in, I mean, we have seen those images circulating, and we know the circumstances where these girls find themselves in. But I'm saying that they've defied the odds and they've made it in the world. And what will it now translate into is that they can go back to their villages and uplift the socio-economic status of their family. We have seen the sponsorship that NBC granted them, 2 million per athlete. We are seeing now in this span of 2 days, a lot of corporates are coming forth, and this is what we can do to instill confidence into our corporates. And I think at this point in time, I want to extend our appreciation to those corporates who have come on board and displayed corporate citizenry to contribute to the welfare of our athletes. And not to leave out, the president's support has been immense. We have seen ever since before they went to Tokyo with the standoff, that really has boosted the morale of our athletes. And having support from the highest level, it gives us hope in the sector that indeed we are on the right path and we have the political will. Now we have the corporate sector also coming on board.
All right. Namakantema Gaumas, thank you so much for your time. Highly appreciated. And once again, congratulations both to you and everybody else that was part and parcel of this great achievement. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonas.
That was the Deputy Minister of Sports just sharing her reaction to the latest achievement by Christine Mboma by winning the silver medal for the first time in 25 years.